Not in America, but we're mainly fucking.
Because it's black skin.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, hold on.
Does that have something to do with your religion?
Real quick, I understand. You said you're gay?
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
back in the 90s, people used to get the shit beat out of them because they were gay. That was here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Not
Things have
everywhere else.
changed now.
It doesn't matter. People are still getting their ass beat for shit like that. For stupid shit. That people don't care, all right? It's their choice on what they want to do.
Yeah, but in 1990 they get
It's their
arrested. They
choice.
get arrested.
It's their choice.
In
It's not
1990,
your
if
choice,
somebody
though.
beat him down, they would get arrested and they'd be tried in American court and they'd be found guilty.
You're right. They would.
Just
but
because
it
they do it
still
doesn't make it right.
happens. But it still happens. Is that correct?
I don't know
Is
if
that
it's
correct?
It's
Okay,
against the law.
yeah, you
It's
don't
against
have
the law.
it. It
It's
doesn't
against the
happen.
law.
It
Yes,
happens.
law matters.
It
It's against the.
happens.
It's against the law.
People don't care.
It's against the law. It's against the law. That's what we're talking about.
But if I
We're
was
talking
to
about the
come out-
Constitution and the Bill of Rights. It's
I
against the law.
support that!
But if I was to come out and like that happened. There's,
So did you forget about the Orlando shooting? Did everyone just kind of forget about
you
it?
mean the shooting that happened in
People just forgot.
Yeah, here I am. I'm also gay, and I'm standing next to someone who is and I don't feel threatened at all. Oh, because I'm not being threatened. Yeah. Oh, cool.
And rightfully so.
What does this have to do with any of what we were talking about?
Dude, I don't think that guy's here anymore. Wait, no, he's over there.
Oh, he's right there. How nothing should be over government laws, like no religion. What he's talking about, right? Multiple countries, Muslim countries, their religion is over. So you can kill me, be fine.
This isn't helping anyone right now.
My roommate from Jordan, he told me like what they would do to gay
So
people.
what was his overall point again?
I mean, like, he's protesting, like, Islam, basically saying, like, everyone who's, like, a Muslim, like, it seems like he's saying everyone who's Muslim is, like, bad, but bashing, like, everyone for that, when, I mean, I'm Christian.
But
Oh, my
the
gosh.
fact that it's over.
Yeah, so is my family.
Yeah, I don't think there's, I mean, I'm Christian, but I don't think there's, like, something wrong with Muslim people. I'm not going to tell them they're terrible for that. And he's talking about how, like, they're killing Americans over there and stuff, right? Killing Christians and stuff.
Okay.
Which, I mean, some people do, but, like, that's not all Islamic people.
Yeah, there's good people too there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Even their own laws.
To be honest, a lot of people who practice religion don't know they're told by the
Come on,
parents this is how it
backpack,
is. This is what our religion's based off of, and it kind of just goes through.
How is Islam affecting our Constitution? Isn't Christianity affecting our
Man,
Constitution?
I think our country's
Not really.
screwed this
Under
way.
God, all that sort of religion. You know how we have the it's Pledge of
The
Allegiance
thing that
that says under God, but also
If you don't say under, if you say I pledge allegiance to the flag, one nation under nothing, right? And you pause, will you get arrested?
No.
The Constitution says you can
No.
practice your religion.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You're not forced to say I believe in God. You have a choice.
Well, to be honest, in our country, Muslims aren't able to practice their religion. It has a lot to do with
Christianity is the one
stoning women for
that's focused on
disagreeing,
our
or men for being gay, or women for being gay. And the fact is if somebody was preaching in front of somebody, they couldn't practice their religion.
That has a religious practice
It is a problem.
and a cultural, a political practice. They're fused together. So you have what you call your religious practice.
I was out
right?
here a
You can
while
pray,
ago.
You can do all these things, right? Dietary restriction laws,
I just
Ramadan,
know
all
there's
these
a lot of
things,
yelling
right?
going on.
But then you have Sharia law.
That was the first time I
Okay?
looked at the law.
There's a law behind it, and if you look,
can't have a civil
and that's why
conversation.
it's called a theocracy.
I'd rather yell at
A theocracy is when it's governed not by where the religion is separate, but actually it's a totalitarian control. So when you go to Islamic countries, they don't practice what we do, where religion is separate from our society of laws. It is fused together. It's called a theocracy,
Can I ask you a question?
and that doesn't exist anywhere else.
Can I ask you a question? So you're basically saying that the people that practice Islam that live here are changing the political values of America, changing the Constitution.
Nope, that's it.
So what are you
trying to say?
Once again, let me make it clear. Okay. People, frankly, the first premise is a lot of people don't understand that Islam has a different side. It's two parts. You have your religious practices, right? And then you also have your civil practices, right? It's civil law.
Wait,
it's meant.
can I ask?
Islam is meant to be fused together as a theocracy. It's a theocracy. No other religions like that. You don't see other religions as a theocracy. Catholicism took Christianity and fused Catholicism and tried to do that. But the point is that Islam is a theocracy, just like Catholicism is supposed to be. Now the thing is that.
So you're talking about the Pope, the way he's like the authority figure for down where he's at.
No, I'm saying is that back in the day, right? You had the king and queen, but it's like they were kind of in bed with each other, the Pope, because basically it's all power. It's all power and money. That's what Catholicism was based on. It was power and money and control. Same thing with Islam. Islam is the same thing. When you have a theocracy, when you have both political control and religious control fused together by the same common denominator.
You or America?
So a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
We know that Muslim countries go under Muslim laws. They're Muslim countries.
Right. There's a theocracy.
countries go
As an American,
Okay, real quick. Well, she said something interesting.
What is it next? Now there's just yelling.
Oh, you said something interesting. You named me something. You said something interesting. Name me one Christian country. Name me one Christian country that has complete total control.
Let her speak. Like how she said, in this country, she's like, oh, pledge allegiance under God. That's what I was trying to say, but
I truly do not believe that.
Wait, can we really say that religion and politics are separate in American government? Because every argument that they do with abortion is under the context of the Bible.
No, it's all about murder. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Whatever.
No, I still want to know how
Yes,
is
my
Islam
spur
changing
is a lie.
changing the Constitution. We're here basically practicing our own religion. We're here providing
follow
to the
the
government.
same laws that you
We
do.
follow what you do. We're not trying to change We're not trying to change the Constitution. We're just here as me and you. We're here for the same thing. I'm here to further my education. I'm here to be a good citizen. You're here to be a good citizen.
not
How is
breaking
Islam
the laws.
changing
We're not
that?
doing
I just want to know that. And you can talk about violence. Okay, that's violence. But though, how am I changing the U.S. Constitution? I just want to know that because that's what you didn't want to ask you my question. That's what you said to me. I just want to know that. It makes me very confused.
Okay. Well, the reason here's an explanation. Here's an example, a real life example. Okay, that's relatable. That's happening. That's current event. Okay. Now we both all agree that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights should not be superseded by any religious law or practice, right? Well, last year, look it up. Google female genital mutilation, Michigan. You'll find a case. You'll find a case of 3 doctors that were Islamic, and because of religious practices, they were cutting the female clitoris of baby girls. There's over 35 documented cases, and these three doctors were being tried. The court was halted because their defense was it's because of their religious practice. So there was a halt there, but then it kicked back into gear because no religious law or practice should be superseded over the Constitution of the Bill of Rights. So then it kickstarts again, and then they were tried.
Okay.
The point is, there shouldn't have been a halt there at all. It shouldn't have been. As an American on American soil, it should not click in your head. I should be cutting the clitoris of a little baby girl.
Let me tell you this real quick. What my religion says to me, my religion did not tell me to do that. That's something they bring up. They put in their own framework into the religion. That's not something that's in the religion to cut the clitoris of a baby girl. Everything that I know about my religion doesn't tell me to do that. So they clearly were in the wrong. They chose out of their own ideas, and they didn't want to. The only reason they said for Islamic reasons, for religion reasons, so they didn't get in trouble. So they had something in front of them to shield them from getting in trouble. You know what? They use it as something. They use it as a sheet to block out, the judgment of the courts. So I really don't.
I agree with you. However, like I said, it's about today. You can go and do your research, and you can go find other Islamic countries that are in control today as a theocracy, and they practice this today.
I have a question.
And they're not getting it from anywhere. Those countries are not getting it from thin air
Did you
either.
research that what happened in Michigan? Were those who were the parents of those children that had their clitoris circumcised?
I don't remember.
Oh, so you don't know that part? So does it mean?
So you're just assuming they're Islam?
There's a court case documentation. You can go get the court transcripts. I'm not going to hear them argue.
Why you think it's not
right to do what they want something back?
What about he was Muslim? Okay, he did something he wasn't Muslim. That doesn't make him like all Muslims are bad, right?
I'm not saying that they're all Muslims are bad.
Okay, then why? He was Muslim. He was a human being. He made a mistake. He killed someone. So what? He was Muslim, okay? You know how many Christians kill people? Do you know that? All these guys.
Okay, tell me.
Oh, how many? Oh, a couple months ago, I heard this white little guy, Christian, he shoot school and he killed a lot of people. Okay, so he was a white kid.
So white makes him Christian?
No, he was Christian, of course. He was
How do you know he's
Christian.
Christian?
Because I read it. It says he was not Muslim, so what he was.
So he's a Christian. Okay, do you know what a definition of a Christian is?
I don't know. Do you know the definition of Muslim is?
Yes.
What,
Submission.
what
Submit
is
to Allah.
What's submission?
Submission to Allah. That means
They
your whole
believe Allah.
life
They
you
believe
submit.
God.
Right. You
Okay,
submit to
so-
Allah and His messenger, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So let me ask you this:
God and His messenger.
Is it okay? Is it okay for a person to marry a 6-year-old girl and have sex with her at 9?
Does it happen?
Muhammad did that. Muhammad did that.
No.
You, hey,
I have-
submission. Follow
When
Muhammad.
did
Follow
that
Islam.
happen? Okay, when did that happen? Why don't you tell me when did that happen? Do you born when that happened? Do your mom born? Do your grandma born? Is
It's just pedophilia, man. It's not just that religion.
Well,
Is
it's
it
personal
fine?
opinion. Personal
No, it
opinion.
has
I hear
to
about
be. No,
personal
no.
opinion.
That happened
I'm
a
here to
long
talk
time
about
ago.
facts.
No.
You're talking about evidence.
Oh, whoa,
What
whoa,
is
whoa, whoa. You're talking
logical,
about 1,000
reasonable.
years ago.
I'm not
okay?
talking about
This is
anything that's
2018.
personal,
This
okay?
is 2018. You're
Did
talking about
Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old? Yes or no? Yes.
Then why people is like black people?
Did Muhammad have sex with a 9-year-old? Yes or no?
Okay, so yes.
Okay, is it okay?
No, it's not.
Okay,
so
it's not
what?
okay.
No,
Thank you very
no, no,
much.
no, 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 no.
Muhammad made a mistake. Okay, is that okay?
Okay, he made mistakes. So why you here using the name of Islam? Muhammad did something. That's wrong. Why you using as a white person? Why you
That's
using?
another. I'll talk
Why
about
you
that
using?
later.
We all human, okay? There's a lot of Christians kill people for no reason.
Okay, there's a lot of Christians. Let's talk about the Crusades. You want to talk about the Crusades?
Yes.
Let's talk about the Crusades. Many people died, right? Were they Christians or Catholics?
Many people died.
Was it by Catholicism or Christianity? Which one?
That was a common
All the millions of people that were killed, according to in history about the Crusades, was that Catholicism or was that
They
Christianity?
had a lot of religions.
Okay, what was it? Was
A lot
during
of
that
different
time,
religions.
historically, in that time, was that Catholicism or was that Christianity?
Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. It was.
Oh, it does
thousands
make a
ago.
difference. Is it
It was
Catholicism or
thousands
Christianity?
ago. I don't care, and I don't.
Okay,
even
you
know
don't
what
care.
that
Okay,
is.
They're not the
well,
same
Because
exact
it's
thing.
thousands
Huh?
ago.
They're
What are
not
you
the
talking
same
about?
exact thing.
Oh, they are. They are the same exact thing.
Well, I mean, Catholicism and Christianity.
They are the same
You
thing.
don't make sense to me.
Okay, well, let me ask you.
No.
If you think that
Why don't you tell me
Catholicism
something
and
makes
Christianity are the
sense?
same thing, let me look this up. You can prove it. You can go and fact check me all
Why
you
don't you
want.
tell me something
During that
happened in
time, when
2018
Catholicism was running around killing a bunch of people, they were also burning Christians at the stake with their Bibles. So the question is, why is Catholicism killing Christians?
You can't be preaching on something when you're not
So
even
that
Christian.
refutes
You
that
said you
argument.
don't believe in anything
That
today.
refutes that argument. I was discussing
But
your
you
argument.
said earlier you don't believe
I'm talking about
in anything.
history. I'm talking about facts here. I'm not talking about personal opinion. I'm talking about facts. Go ahead and look it up. It's historical evidence. It's historical facts. Go look it up.
Can you explain to me how Islamophobia means a term invented to silence the critics of Islam, and instead, rather, isn't it a white man killing a Muslim person based off of what they are wearing? Isn't that Islamophobia?
Sure. So, phobia. What?
Isn't
Okay.
Islamophobia
Let's take this part. What does that mean?
It's a fear. It's scare.
It's uncontrollable fear. Irrational, uncontrollable fear. If you're a scare fighter, it's like my wife, she's scared of clowns.
You're just showing hate.
She can't control it. She hates clowns. She hates spiders. Okay, guess who gets to wake up in the morning to kill spiders? Me. Okay, she has uncontrollable. I say, hey, it's not that big. It's like little tiny things. She can't control it. Okay, she has a phobia of spiders. Islamophobia would mean if I saw a Muslim worship, if I saw her, I would run. I would have uncontrollable, irrational fear. I don't have. Okay, now show me somebody who has a documented, uncontrolled, irrational fear of a Muslim. Show me one.
They're in jail because they shot them. Because they killed them in cold blood.
Uncontrollable, rational fear. What do you do?
But you said earlier you don't believe in anything.
Uncontrolled, rational fear. What do you do?
Irrational?
You're not going to preemptively go, oh, there's a Muslim. Let me go. Get to
Yes, it is, because
you
you
don't
see
do
a
that.
spider, you're scared
No,
of it. You
no, it's
preempt.
preemptive. That's preemptive.
Yeah.
That's a
It's preemptive. Uncontrollable rational fear is a
So
phobia.
how many people do you see running away from Muslims?
I don't see any documented case. I'm open to it. I'm open to it. If you could show me a documented case of somebody who shows signs of Islamophobia, who freezes in fear, who like convulses and runs or whatever in face of a Muslim, I'm open.
So just
But I
because
don't
it's not your definition of fear,
It's not
Islamophobia?
my. It's the definition. We're not talking about personal opinion. We're talking about what is. Phobia is what? Uncontrollable, irrational fear. Right? We agree on that. That's what it is.
So killing someone
So
is
when
not
you add
uncontrollable or irrational.
arachnophobia or anything here, right? Uncontrollable rational fear, you add anything you want. Cars, dogs, whatever you want. Boom.
Yes, there are
Okay, this goes along the same with spiders, the same with the dark, same with clowns. It's not anything different. The people who use these terms are people who say, hey, you're speaking against Islam, and they use this term to say Islamophobia, when this term doesn't exist.
So what do you call people who shoot Muslims based off of what they're wearing?
Yeah.
You don't think they are scared of the Islam
No, they
religion
just hate.
and of what have happened?
They just hate. That's not a phobia.
That means you're hate too.
Why do I hate?
Because you're bringing hate out. Let Christ take care of it. Stop
Okay. Okay. Well, name me one thing that I said was hateful.
Please bring up, judging
just one.
everyone.
Just one.
No,
Just
shut
one.
up. Just
say
shut up.
hateful things
Whoa, whoa,
about
don't be hateful on me.
Muslims all the
Don't be
time.
hateful.
Let
You're
me
hateful
talk.
to everyone else.
You let me talk.
Like all the
Stop
time.
cutting people off. Let them talk. Everyone around here is not hateful. You're not God.
Everybody's a little hateful depending on who they are.
Yeah. But we all hateful. And we all loveful. We're all not perfect.
Okay. Not arguing with you.
Protect this house. I mean, why are you bringing hateful? in this?
Okay. Once again, name me one thing that I said was hateful.
A lot.
Just one. Just focus on one. I keep hearing a lot. I keep hearing many. I give you your full love. I just want one. Just give me one.
I still think it's hateful that you don't think Islamophobia is, or the example of someone going out and killing someone based off of what they're wearing and what other people in that, like,
That's racism. That's not a phobia.
it's not race because it's not based off their race. It's based off their religion. They're
Yeah, it's
scared.
Killing
a
Muslim
hate.
isn't based on the race.
They're
it's a
scared of their religion.
If I
and what
purposely
has
went out and
happened.
killed
It's
a
not
Muslim,
scared, they're
that
just
wouldn't be
hate.
that wouldn't be racism. That's a hate crime. That's a racist. That is racist.
I think that's.
It's not.
I'll give you a reasonable example. Okay, my wife, right? If she was standing here and there was a spider, right? She is scared of spiders. She has arachnophobia. Okay, she would be scared. She would run. If she cannot run, she calls me and says, "Hey, there's a spider." Now, if she kills that spider, is it because she hates spiders? Yes, it's driven by the uncontrollable, irrational fear. That's why.
This is messed up.
It's all biased.
It's when you get
very
an
biased.
irrational, uncontrollable fear.
Super biased.
Phobia has to interfere with your daily life to the point where it's hard to function.
We're both Christian, but that's based off of like, not everyone who's Muslim is like that.
Exactly. No, there's some good people out there.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say that all Muslims are bad. And that's definitely not the case.
Yeah, there's a picture over there with like a bunch of Christians kneel down with like Muslims with knives or something, which is just wrong.
It's
I
very
mean, it's happened, but that's not every Muslim.
Yeah, that's not every Muslim here. It may have happened in the past, but that's not every Muslim that happened to.
And I haven't seen one documented case of this happening. I'm open to hearing it. I just haven't heard it. That's all.
So what would you think Islamophobia, if you believed it exists, what do you think it would be?
I think Islamophobia, what would happen is that there was a Muslim, they're crossing paths, the person would freeze or run or have this uncontrollable hyperventilating or something like that, something along those lines. Something along those lines that would show the same traits as if they were scared of spiders, if somebody was scared of spiders or dogs or whatever.